fucking get it. My name's Erin Lane. I'm going to be your host for a couple more people.
Hey, girl.
I'm also going to tell you some jokes and bits. So I just got dumped. I know, right? Like, I know, right? No, it totally makes sense. Like, once you get to know me. But, you know how when you're in a relationship and they have passions, they have, goals, and you find it really attractive, you're like, oh my God, you guys, this guy, I'm dating his dreams. He's an artist. And then they dump you, and you realize, wow, I just got dumped by a white rapper. And about a month ago, me and not Eminem were in the middle of the breakup competition. You know, like where we're both like, we're winning the breakup. I am more successful. Like each of us are like taking turns on Facebook posting more like inspirational quotes than the other. Like, I'm happier. Look at my quotes with pictures of sunsets and purple clouds. And then, I called him. I was like, yeah, I'm super happy. I'm super successful. I'm doing so many things. I'm doing everything except like staying home and mourning you. Do you want to hang out? So me and Vanilla Ice decided we were going to get some coffee. And on said coffee date, I got off work. I'm a bartender downtown, you guys. I had 3 glasses of wine. I lubed up. I lubed up for this experience. I got on the bus. And the bus is usually a 20-minute bus ride to said Starbucks. But today was the day there was construction on Lakeshore Drive. So 20-minute bus ride turned into an hour and 20-minute bus ride, and about 40 minutes in to said bus ride, I had to pee real bad. And the wine kicked in. And I'm like, my leg is shaking, my arms are crossed, everything is tense, I'm visibly sweating. The woman across from me looks really uncomfortable. I am clearly a white, indoctrinated member of Al-Qaeda to her. So I decide I need to get off at the next stop and take care of my business. So I do, get off the bus. And I decide that I'm just going to run to every convenience store visible in the area. And I'm just running to them, like wildly wielding my privilege. Hello, I'm a somewhat attractive white woman. May I please use your facilities? No. Fair enough. So I get back on the bus. And I finally get to my stop, which is still a 5-minute walk from the Starbucks. Right? So I'm walking down the street, and you guys' alleyways are starting to look really good. And I'm like, no, Lane, you are not pissing in an alleyway at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You're winning the breakup. So I finally make it, and I get across the street from the Starbucks. I'm across the street, I can smell coffee beans, but I have a red light, which means I have a little red hand telling me nay. So I just start pacing. At this point, you guys, I'm doing everything in my power to not grab my genitalia and just make it stop. And then I slowly realize that with every step that I'm taking, I'm peeing So I look at the ground, and I look up, and the little red hand turns into a little green walking man. Accomplishing the one thing I cannot right now. street, and it just happened. Fortunately, Starbucks was having something delivered that day, so there was a large truck in front of it. So I managed to duck behind that and like a series of newspaper stands and piss myself. I look out into the street and there's like this Hansel and Gretel type trail of urine drops showing everyone where I am. And I look up and I look to the left into the Starbucks window, and there's Asher Raw waving at me. Clearly not winning the breakup, guys. I wish I was the person that could find comfort like at the bottom of a carton of Ben & Jerry's. But no. I just get drunk and fuck strangers. It sounds like it would be cool. It's not. Like the first time you fuck anybody, like even if you're a responsible human, let's say, and you meet somebody like out in the environments that you exist in, and you like them and you enjoy their personality, you have the same interests, you go on a few dates, like maybe, let's say for a month, and then you decide you're going to have a love-making session. I have no idea what this is like. I'm sure some of you do. Even if you do that, the first time you have sex is fucking stupid. You're figuring out parts and bits and what people like. Can I spank you? I don't know. So when you fuck a lot of strangers, you don't have a lot of orgasms. But you do get a lot of really funny stories. Some of which I'll share with you right now. I didn't know this was a thing. Apparently on Facebook, people will flirt with you on Facebook. Like I'll go out, I'll be doing a show or improv or sketch or whatever, theater. Someone will friend me on Facebook and I met him a couple nights ago and I'll be like, oh my god, he thinks I'm funny! Yeah! And it always starts like this though, you guys. They'll boop boop. Hey! Ellipsis. And I'm like, hey, Ellipsis. You know, some banter, you tell some jokes, you do some bits, but what you don't know is that the next time you hang out with that person, they expect to put their penis in your mouth. And if you're me, you're like, well, fair enough. So, I was fucking this dude, and in the midst of the experience, he decided he was going to lick me, like from the bottom of my chin, like to the top of my forehead, like I was a fucking ice cream cone. So my response was, what?